Well, hello and welcome back. It's lovely to see you here today. My name is Linda, and if you are new to our channel, well, welcome, welcome. For those of you who are returning, it's lovely to see you again. So this is one of our spontaneous videos that we do every few days to give you some guidance from Spirit. The whole idea of this, the belief system of these videos is that if you're now watching me, it's because you're meant to be here. That is the way we look at it. That's how my guides and I see the situation. These messages are channeled through. We do use tools, of course. The decks that we use are very great at giving out messages, but the cards that are chosen are not chosen by me, they're chosen by Spirit. So as I'm shuffling this deck and mixing it all up, I will then go to the deck with my left hand and my guide will choose the message, the cards that she knows that we want to talk to you about today. And we hope that we do give you some guidance that is helpful on your journey at the moment. Because this is just a very spontaneous message. It's not really readings as such. It's about messages, giving out messages, and a lot of the cards that fall will resonate with you. Others won't. Part of the interpretation may resonate with you. Other parts don't. And so please take what you want. Take what is of help, of course, because that's the whole idea. And then the rest, let it go, because somebody else will benefit from that side of the story anyway. So let's have a little look, shall we? Let's see what we've got here. So the very first part of this story is swords. The Three of Swords. Now, when we see this, we say, oh my God, what's going to happen to me? Nothing's going to happen to you. Please just know that. There are many of you out there that may have been going through this. I'm being told to say to you that this is all about what you've been going through. My guide is saying this has got nothing to do with the future. He's just pointing that out. So this, for some of you, this has been a difficult journey. This card does present upset. It does present heartache. Maybe you've gone through a breakup in a relationship, because unfortunately that is happening every day, isn't it? So some of you may have also been struggling with your health. Maybe you've been going through a health journey that's been very, very difficult. This can sometimes represent going through cancer, but you've come out the other side. And I am being told that many of you have and will come out the other side. And we also have what's following that, which makes an awful lot of sense. If you have been going through a difficult time with your health, let's talk about health just for the time being, for those of you who are resonating with this. This is about really, really concentrating on your recovery. What my guide is saying to you is not this. There must be no guilt about this. We must never feel guilty about taking care of ourselves. That's the one thing we must never do, because if we don't take care of ourselves, who will? The taking care of ourselves comes from our mindset, our thoughts, our belief system. And when we say to ourselves, I know it's time to take it easy, I am now taking it easy. I am at peace within. These are the things that we need to say to ourselves when we need to feel better about what's going on with us. Let's put it that way. For those of you who are recovering from illness or a difficult time, I just want you to know this. You know, um, this window up here, this beautiful window up here. If you were to look closely at it, you'd see that it's an angel who's giving healing to that little person in that window. And so allow yourself to heal physically, but also emotionally. Some of you may have been through a very difficult time with certain treatments as well, and it has left you tired. I am also being told to say to you that your immune system, some of you may also need to look at your immune system, okay? Because if you've been through anything like chemo or radiation treatment or anything like that, then you have to build up your immune system, don't you? And so concentrate on that. I'm being told some of you today will need to hear this. Others you don't, but there are some of you who will need to, because my guide is saying that there will be many who will need this message sent to them. Build up on that immune system, and you do that with very, very healthy, organic or natural foods or supplements. Supplements are okay if they're organic or natural. So like slippery elm, for example, which is a wonderful healer of the gut, is good to take if you've had issues around your gut, things like that as well. And so recovery is well and truly on its way. If you've been going through this, it's now progressing forward now to a much better time, a much better time. Just know that. And we also have very soon in the future a reason for you to celebrate. And I'm being told that this can also be coming through for you from some good news in relation to your health. And you could get a message or an email or something from your doctor or just giving you some good. I'm getting some feeling of some good news coming, and I'm also knowing that it's all about your health. For those of you who are now listening to this, and you've been going through these health issues, okay? This is a new beginning. This is all about ideas. So now we're talking to those of you who maybe are on the brink of starting something new, maybe. It could be many things that you may be thinking of starting your own business. You may be thinking of growing your business, branching out a bit more. For others of you, maybe you're just thinking about making change around what you do for a living, for your career. I'm also I know that this is about growth. This is about growing in many ways. And I get this feeling, I get this feeling of anticipation. So there are many of you out there who I feel a bit excited about making some changes. I'm also being told that many of you have good new ideas that are springing up. Or you're getting some downloads maybe from spirit about new ideas and things like that coming in. And if you are, then well, this makes sense. So this is a funny looking card, isn't it? The judgment card, the judgment card. It's a funny looking card, and a lot of people interpret it differently. But I tell you what, it really is all about. It's another chance. It's time to step up. It's time now to reinvent yourself. It's time to give it another go. It's all about timing. This is about this angel here is blowing the trumpet and saying, come on, up you come. Wake up, it's time to act. I'm being told to say to you, it's time to act. So those of you who are right this minute in a situation where you know that there are things you want to start, there are things that you know you're going on a new journey. Look, I'm also being told, don't forget, the wands does represent family. We mustn't forget what these represent. Like swords, swords represent your mindset. Taking this fellow here, he's resting his mind. He's resting his mind now, and he's taking it easy, and he's getting his mind. You're getting your mind around the fact that you need to rest. You need to think positively. Think very positive about, and also be determined and standing your ground on putting yourself first when it comes to recovery, getting over something. So swords are all about our mind, our mindset, and it can also mean a little bit of you've been through a bit of trauma, a little bit of difficulty. It does represent that too, but we have to wait and see what spirit is telling us, when it comes to the tools that they're using with this deck. But this here is also about family. And look, sometimes the ones can be starting something together as a family, working hard for the family. But I'm getting this very strong message of family here for some of you, this family here. So, and underneath that, I have got the Three of Cups also, which is about celebration, a very happy time, very happy time. So, I'm also feeling that there might be many of you that maybe are starting something new and fresh in the family, because look at all the buds. This is growth. This is really growth. And this is, I know this is opportunity. There's an opportunity around some of you at the moment. And what I want you to do is I want you to grab it. It's just come on, get going. Get up you get. Put those ideas into action is what I'm being told to say to you. It's time to put those ideas into action. Okay? No procrastinating, no questioning, because this is, look at that. This is from the spirit realm. Come on. And we want to work with you. We want to help you to get where you're meant to go. That's another message for you today. When it comes to the Eight of Wands, again, even though we're talking about family, this particular card is really a message today in relation to things that are happening quickly. This is also, things happening very fast, everything coming in very quickly. And we also have to know that it's also about now, listen, don't rush like crazy. Take your time. Don't overlook things, is what Spirit wants to say to you. Whatever it is that you're planning, whatever it is you're going forward on, make sure that that the growth is steady as you go. Things will progress quickly in many ways, and that is in relation to the results of your hard work. Let's put it that way. However, that's what the quickness is about here. There's the other side of it that says one step at a time, one step at a time. Growth, 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 all the way up to the top. So steady, 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 steady. And then the outcome will be a wonderful outcome. There'll be a lot of celebration around that. I also want to ask for another couple of messages about this. Okay. And so what we have here is we have you weighing things up, weighing all of this up. And of course, we know the Pentacles represents your finances, doesn't it? Your investments, your money, your financial gains. And look, he's like this. But what it's all about, what this is really saying to you is that make sure that you do balance everything up. He's also saying, which way should I go? Should I go this way? Should I go that way? Because in the past, some of you may have been in a situation where, things didn't go as well as you would have liked when it comes to what we're talking about today, your progress in life, our business, family, everything really. There have been some rough seas. There have been some rough seas because remember, this is not just about your health. There's some of you have been through some tough times with other situations too. And okay, yes, it's time for you to rest and get your head around all of that, come to terms with what you've had to go through because it's not easy, especially if you have been through a difficult breakup. And unfortunately, everybody, darlings, we do see this, don't we? We see it, and it's a very hard journey. Nobody understands what it's like until they go through it. And yet, everybody goes through things differently, don't they? And so, for those of you who have been through a very difficult emotional time and it's really affected you emotionally too, and mentally too, it's very tiring. There's been some rough seas. There has been some very rough seas. And I hope that you are really taking care of yourself and getting your mindset, working with your mindset if it has left you a little bit devastated emotionally, because emotion is still mind, body, soul. We've got emotion, body, mind. It's all connected, isn't it? And so this one here is all about weighing things up. I'm being told that, weighing things, for many of you, weighing things up for what do I do? What should I do when it comes to my future now? Because, I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to financially make a mistake. Okay. I just don't want to make a mistake. Let's not also, I'm also being asked to say to you, don't ponder for too long. For some of you, have you been pondering on this for a while? Have you been thinking about this and going through this for a while? Because I feel you have. I really do feel that you have. And so it's like you're in a situation now where in many ways you're a little bit scared. Some of you are a little bit scared to tip your toe in. It's possible that maybe you're also thinking, some of you may be thinking, well, I don't want to make that mistake again. I don't want to make that mistake again, or I don't want to have to go down that path again. Another message from Spirit is the Justice card relating to some of this story for you. This is about a just and fair decision. And so very many times in our life, we have to be fair with ourselves. We have to be fair and we have to make good judgment. I feel this is saying, this is really coming to you today to say to you, make good judgment. Make good choices. And also let go of any judgmental thoughts that are not to your best interest. Okay, that are not to your best interest. Darlings, we go through many things in life, and there are times when we find it very, very hard not to judge others or be judgmental towards others. And what other people can sometimes put us through can make us feel that way. However, what my guide is saying is try not to walk with that if you can. Try not to walk with that because it's not beneficial. It's not a progressive thing to have in your life. If you want to move forward and you want to move forward quickly and you want to recover quickly, which for some of you, this is actually the story, because this is under this. This is your recovery, and this is things happening very quickly, and a fast recovery and a good recovery. But, we have to get our head around a lot of what we've been through. And then when we hold too much judgment towards others, it can hold us back. For some of you, this could be the winning of a legal situation. If you've been going through a very difficult time and there's a legal situation around you that's really affecting you in a very negative way, and because, we have judgment here too. We have that, and we also have justice here. So we've got these two, judgment and justice. And Spirit was just saying, no judgment, please, no judgment. This is about getting out of this state of being stuck. They're no longer stuck. They're no longer stagnant. They've heard the call. Listen to the call. They've heard the call, and now they're up. They're standing up, and they're saying, "Okay, okay, I'm ready." They're looking up, and they're saying, "Oh, okay, I'm ready." And so, this is a just and fair decision. This is about maybe, you're waiting for a decision, and it's going to be a good decision. It can also be about you negotiating on a fair and just decision. And if you are doing that, then this makes an awful lot of sense, doesn't it? Because you're trying to weigh up which way to go. What should I do? But just know this, we have ACEs are all about new beginnings, moving forward, great new things coming in our life. And don't forget, darlings, we have this celebration card here sitting right next door to these two cards, especially this, this justice card. We have celebration. So think positive. If you're in a situation like that at the moment, think positive, think very positive, knowing that a just decision will abide. Now, what else would Spirit like to say to you today? Let's have a look what message they have for you when it comes to the Letting Go deck. And this is a beautiful deck and I'd like to show you because you may want to buy it. Letting Go by David Hawkins. It's a lovely deck. I only get one card from this. I don't have to. There's no book to read or anything in this one. I don't like reading books, but some of the books do have good messages. But this is a beautiful deck, and I just feel that we need to have a little look at the Letting Go and see what Spirit wants to say to you, shall we? Let's just have a look at it. I'm sure that it will resonate with many of you. And so Spirit has given you this little message. And there's beautiful natural nature photographs on this deck. And this message is this. Enlightenment is not something that occurs in the future. After 50 years of sitting cross-legged and staying on, it is right here in this instant. It's always there. Enlightenment is there here for everybody. The reason you're not experiencing this state of enlightenment is because it is being resisted. If you're doing that, then don't feel bad because that can change. Let go clinging to what has just occurred. Aha, this is why they're saying, whatever you've been going through, everyone, okay, whatever you've been going through, let go clinging to what has just occurred. Let go trying to control what you think is about to occur. Okay, what you think is about to occur. Then you live in an infinite space of non-time and non-event. There is an infinite peace beyond description, and you are home. That is actually all about enlightenment. When I first started doing this reading, everybody, Spirit told me to talk to you about saying a few affirmations. I am at peace within. That's one of the best things you can say to yourself on a daily basis. I have a couple of affirmations that I say before I go to bed, and I also say them when I wake up, because when I go to bed, I want to be protected. When I wake up, it's a new day. And one of those is a very short one. It's I am loved, I am worthy, I am safe, I am free, I am powerfully protected, I am the master of my body, I am the ruler of my mind. And I always say, I am at peace within. Being at peace with whatever is not always easy. But if you've been going through a difficult time and you have now come out the other end, and I know a lot of you have been, it is time to be at peace with whatever is, at peace with it, because we can't change what has taken place, good or bad for that matter. But we can certainly make peace with where we are today, with what we went through, even if the outcome wasn't what we wanted, even if the outcome is not as much as we would like our way. What we have to say is, I need to make peace with this. I am at peace, because then you can move forward. The whole idea, I feel that this message today, I just feel that it's for those of you who've been going through a bit of stuff, but you're on the path of something different now. You're on a better path. And I feel that's why you're being a little bit cautious. You're just weighing things up. You have been through difficult times. You don't want to have to go there again. And it's a good thing to be cautious. It's a good thing to be cautious, as long as you do your homework when you're ready to move forward. But it is also a time to step up now and forge ahead. Forge ahead. I've also been given the vision of in the tarot deck the chariot. So I'm being given the chariot, and Spirit is saying, "Okay, come on, it's time to take the reins. It's time to take your life back. It's time to create a new future. It's time to start a new future. Time to move on. Time to create something better due to what you've learned," is the exact words of Spirit. So I just feel very excited for all of you who I know moving forward. You're here for a reason to see this message today. You're here for a reason. Now, what else would Spirit like to say to you before we get the numbers? I'm being told to go to the numbers first. All right, we'll do that. We'll just go to the number message, and I have got my numbers booklet here. That flew out like crazy. You're never going to guess the number you got. You got my favourite number. I have so many triple eights in. I have in my email addresses. I have it in. I have triple eight in my phone. For many years, I was lucky enough to the registration number with triple eight. I'm a big person about triple eights, about eights. A lot of people have certain numbers, we all have certain numbers that we tend to be drawn to, or we seem to always have in our life. Somebody I know, everything that's happened to him in his life has always been to do with the number 3. He says, it's always number 3. This is my number. I call this my number, 888. Let's see what Spirit wants to say, because it's about abundance. Eights are abundance. You are getting a wonderful message there, everybody, and this is for each and every one of you sharing this time with me at this moment, right now. You are being graced with the gift of abundance in all its forms, health-wise, life-wise. Doors of opportunity are opening, blessings flowing, It is time to embrace your full potential and achieve the unimaginable. As you do succeed, as you do, sorry, success, love, health, and happiness will effortlessly unfold in your life. The time is now to bask in the glory of abundance. The time is now. What a beautiful message. What a beautiful message. And I always go to my book, the book I've had for such a long time, many years, because this person also gives out beautiful messages, and um, and I know that the triple eights is a little bit different in this book, so I want you to benefit from both messages of that number. The universe is abundant and generous, and you've learned how to step into the shower of its ever-present flow. Great financial prosperity is yours now and in the future. Now and in the future. So don't procrastinate for too long. Be smart, yes. I know you're weighing some things up, but just know that I'm being told to say to you, what goes around comes around. So, and I know that we're talking about your abundance and your future, but it's rather interesting that Spirit has said when it comes to your abundance, when it comes to the flow of abundance in your life, what goes around comes around. So for those of you who have um, done some great things in the past, even for others, it does not get forgotten in the universe. It does not forget. It does not get forgotten in the universe. I know that sometimes things can come back years later. Blessings can come in years later. You might have met somebody overseas and you did a good favour and you've forgotten all about it, and then all of a sudden you meet them again. And it's like they say, I never forgot what you did for me. And that person may then be able to give back to you because of their situation in life. So you can never tell. You never tell. You've been given some wonderful messages today. They want to give you a final one from the animal tarot, which has this photo on the box. If you ever want to buy this deck, it's a very big deck. I've only got, as you can see, I have very small hands because I'm only 4'10" tall. I'm a little thing. I used to be a bit taller. I think I might have shrunk. Uh, yeah, well, there you go. But what flew out? Well, we have two. We have two. Well, I don't usually take fly out. I'm going to. Oh, I've got three. Three have fallen out. Well, let's have a look. So we have let's see, we have the King of Swords, which is the King of Winter in this deck. So winter in this deck is swords. We have the Six of Autumn, and autumn is pentacles. It's about all your lovely money. And of course, we have the Ten of Spring, and spring is wands. So that's just all about your career and family. I want to read this one first, if I may. You're working far too hard, so we'll just look at what we've had. You taking it easy and resting, and the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and enjoy life. So, this is saying to you that get your balance right. For some of you, we have talked about health. And so this message really is maybe for some of you who are still recovering. So try not to go back to work too soon or do too much too soon. If you've been through a hernia operation, guys or girls, you wait and rest for a while. I'm just using that as an example. This is also about saying, look, it's okay to work with others. It's okay sometimes to get advice from others too. But make sure you get that balance of of not burning the candle at both ends is what I'm saying. There has to be balance. There has to be balance in our life. If we don't have it, then we can, get too overly bogged up with too much of the same thing. For example, I do my videos in the mornings. I try and get them out of the road in the mornings, and early afternoon. So I might go through from 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and I might go through, have a bit of a break, have lunch, and then usually I try and finish around about 3ish in the afternoon. I don't want to work after that because that's when then I rest and relax. I swim later on in the afternoon, around about 5ish. I go for my swim. Because my husband and I, we live in a community place where we have, a beautiful resort clubhouse where we swim, sauna, spa. We do all sorts of wonderful things, have a wonderful active life. But that's my balance. That's our balance, you see. So I like to go in the afternoon, have my swim, sauna, spa, and then come home, have a shower, and relax for the rest of the evening. I don't do work after that at all. Uh, that's the balance. That's what I'm being told. I've told you this for a reason. That is just to give you an example of the fact that I practice what spirit teaches. I've brought that balance into my life so I can do this work, and I want you to bring back balance in your life or create balance when you're creating this future. If you haven't been, working in a world of balance, and that's why you got ill, why you got sick, or why even, why you lost your marriage or your relationship because you're a workaholic or whatever, maybe, this could help you to understand that it's important to create balance. When it comes to this little kiwi bird, there's a feather there. See my feathers? The last one I got is so small. These are feathers I've collected over the years. I've come out from somewhere, there's been a feather in front of me. It's a message from spirit. If you get feathers, don't throw them. You've got a beautiful feather in front of you. If you get a white one, it's an angel or archangel visiting you to say you're going to be okay. It's a message. So I've always collected all my feathers. This has a feather. I'm always drawn to this feather because this is spirit saying to you, and he's got an egg in his beak. This is growth. This is a wonderful message. Your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, or receive a grant or scholarship. This could also be about a prediction of the future. You will be successful and prosperous in your future and be able to pay off your debts and live a better life, a more abundant life. In return for heaven's blessings, be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time or money and reputable charities. Now, what this is really saying to you is that it's not just about sharing your wealth, your money or things like that, which, he may be debating, what should I put in my will? But what this is about is just sharing yourself. This is what Spirit is saying to you. This is about sharing yourself. Share the wealth of yourself through time, donation of time and money, or time especially. Again, trying to get this balance in your life, making sure that you're living a life of abundance, but also mental health, having a very healthy mind, and you're looking after your mindset. You're not overdoing it. At this time, it's very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional. So the King of Swords, he's an interesting character, and also act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. Well, usually the King of Swords doesn't normally need to seek out experts because he is one. But what this is saying to you all is that it's very important in life that we do stay But first of all, be true to yourself and be who you are. And also, Spirit is saying no apologies for being a strong person, no apologies for knowing what you want. That's what Spirit is saying to you. No apologies for that. Be who you are. Don't be afraid to be strong, be assertive, be successful. The King of Swords is a fellow who he doesn't usually mince his words. He will come out and say things, but they don't usually have an acid tongue. These are very helpful people too, so be helpful. If you do need to get some guidance with this new journey, of course, go to somebody who's got the experience. Go to somebody who knows what they're talking about. And this could be your King of Swords. Doesn't have to be a male. It can be a lady. Lots of ladies like myself are very smart cookies in business. Okay, I've got a lot of King of Swords in me. And that can be the case. The traits of the King of Swords is a very strong, determined person who isn't afraid to take that leap of faith. And they're usually very professional in their way. So how about you? Why not be the King of Swords? Hey, male or female, doesn't matter who you are. I'm being told this is about a very promising future. My guide is saying, I've given you this card today to say to you, you have the ability to create a very promising future. A very promising future. He's forging through that water. Look at him. He's the big fish of the ocean, isn't he? Elegant, powerful, beautiful, very stately. When I think of the King of Swords, I think of somebody who stands with their back straight, and people look at them, and a lot of real estate agents, the King of Swords, but and there's nothing wrong with real estate agents. There are a lot of very, very positive, really genuinely good real estate agents, but they're usually very good in sales. They're very good salespeople, and so if you're in sales, if you want to get into sales, if you want to get into something where you're promoting things, this is saying to you, you go for it. You do this. You do this. I feel that this is a reading for or message more than anything is for you all to know that there are choices here. There are a lot of choices here, everyone. Look after yourself, regardless of what you've been through. I know that many of you have been through a difficult time in one stage or another. This doesn't have to be just yesterday or last month or last year. Sometimes things linger. You could have gone through a difficult time even through, your childhood even, and you're still struggling. And if that is the case, if you have been through a lot in your childhood where maybe you were abused or hurt or whatever, darlings, I hope that you can, recover, and please try very hard to recover so that you can move forward. You can make a whole new beginning for yourself. But I am being told to say to you with the help of others. So for some of you who have been going through a lot of trauma for a long time in your life, I do see hope here. I see a lot of hope here, and forging forward and maybe finally finding peace within. I am at peace within, coming to terms, coming to peace within. I hope this has helped today, this message. As I say, we put these out, my guides and I, knowing that those of you who are sitting with me here today, you're here because you were meant to find us. You were meant to hear the messages here that Spirit's brought forth for you. My guide is just saying, struggle does not have to be a long-term journey. Struggle can end quickly. if we decide to accept that we're no longer going to carry it. That's very true. You know, it's up to us. It's up to us to get our head around things. It's time. It's time now to come out of that, whatever entrapment some of you may have been in. It's time now. Come on, step up. Step up. We're here to help you. We're here to guide you. Everything can happen so quickly, but at the same time, just take your time. Just take your time. But things will eventually turn out really well, and everything will be good. Everything will be good because we have celebration. We have celebration. At last, I've got through this. I got through this. This is what this is all about. I'm so blessed. And with the help of others, maybe, with the help of other family, friends, I got through this. And now I feel that, you know, it's time for me to move on, with no judgment, be true to yourself. And this is about a fair, a just and fair decision as well. It's a just and fair decision message around this as well. I'm sure that's going to make sense to an awful lot of you today. I hope this has given you some guidance, everybody. That's what it's all about. We hope we have guided you. If you'd like to give us a like, we would be very grateful, of course. If you would like to subscribe, please do. My family of believers is who I call my subscribers to this channel. And so again, thank you for being with us, and we look forward to talking to you again very soon. We do these, we do a few of these a week so that we can continuously give guidance to you. We don't get into politics because Spirit won't do that, and I'm not into that anyway. They know I don't. My guides know I don't want to go down that path anyway because I don't want to. That's not my journey. My journey is to guide and to channel the wisdom of the universal guardians and angels. That's my job. And it's something I love doing, and I'd love to share. I love sharing it with you. So, if you would like to leave a comment, if you would like to ask a question, please do. Please do. We're always ready to help in any way we can. I do distant healing. I am a certified crystal healing practitioner, so I'm a facilitator, in fact, which means I can teach it because I've studied crystals and their healing powers for quite some years. I'm certified in that. But I do distant healing now, free distant healing as part of my journey. So if you have somebody who needs healing, my guides and I can send out prayers of healing or recovery or guidance towards recovery for that person. You don't have to give me any of their private details. All you have to do is say, look, I know somebody by the name of, and you just give me their Christian name. That's all you have to give me. Okay. Spirit will know the minute we read it, and they'll know who it is. And I write it in my little healing book, and we'll put you on the list, and we send out healing for, every night for a couple of weeks, sometimes a bit longer if Spirit feels that they need it a bit longer. So please feel free to contact us if that's what you would like us to do and to help with. Okay, so again, thank you for joining me. As you know, my name is Linda. I'm very pleased to have shared this time with you today, everybody. And in the meantime, please look after yourselves. Be kind to you. Be kind to you. Bye-bye for now.